reach out to them. You want to do an informational interview. And I know sometimes it may seems a little intimidating reaching out to people that you don't know, asking them questions about their job, just trying to find out some information, because a lot of times we may think this is the job that we want, but when we find out a little more about that job, do our research, reach out to people, have those conversations. And not just with people, on social media. I know we on social media a lot of times, and we can connect with people on social media, but just talking to people every day, your family, your friends, your neighbors, people that, if you're currently employed, that you work with, that may know somebody that knows somebody. Because a lot of times when these jobs are being filled, it's not through those applications and those resumes that are coming in. Again, there is a whole hidden job market out here that people don't know about. So if you're not reaching out to those employers and connecting, making those connections and building those relationships, a lot of times you're not going to get the job. And you may be the best person that's qualified for the job, but if you don't even know that the job is available, that they are hiring for the job, then you don't stand a chance. So that's why you want to be on top of your game. You want to first and foremost make sure that your resume and your cover letter is put together good, and then you want to reach out to those employers, to those people that are working in the job that you want to work in. For example, I just recently made a connection with a career coach that I discovered her on LinkedIn, through her LinkedIn profile. And she's been a career coach, a local career coach here in Baton Rouge for 38 years, a very long time. So I reached out to her and, asked if I can set up a meeting with her and ask her some questions about the business, because career coaching, is fairly new for me. So with her experience, 38 years, I wanted to sit down and have a conversation with her about, her experience with it. And so a lot of times when you reach out, and she accepted the invitation, I was able to go and meet her at her office, and we had a conversation about what's it like to be a career coach and to be in the business so long. So, because that's a very long time, 38 years, you don't find people these days that's been on their job for 38 years. The average amount of time this day and age people on their jobs is 4 to 5 years. After that, they're switching jobs, they're switching careers. So you have to always, even in your job, treat your job like it's a business, like you're self-employed, because you never know. We seen last year with the pandemic, so many people lost their jobs. People were laid off. People were some people resigned from their jobs. Some people were fired from their jobs, but it was just that they lost their job for whatever reason. So you can't be so secure in your job, because you just never know. But at the same time, to get hired for those jobs, and there's a lot of people out of work, and a lot of people out of work due to the pandemic. So there are people that are hiring. There are people that need, good people to work for their company. But at the same time, a lot of those jobs are not posted. So that's why you have to network. You have to reach out to people. You have to talk to people. Just talking to people, your friends, just tell them, hey, I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for this type of job. These are my skills. So, you don't want to underestimate your skills, your talents, your gifts, your abilities. You want to make sure you're putting that out there when you conducting those informational interviews. And an informational interview is no more than just sitting down having a conversation with someone that's in the field that potentially you may want to work for someday, and just asking them about the field, asking them about the job and what it entails. But you also want to let them know your skills, your abilities, what you can add, what value you can add to the company. So you want to make sure you are putting that out there. You want to, what they call, sell yourself. So because you are trying to get this job, so you want to put it out there that you are the best candidate for this job. So some other networking resources, and although You know, a lot of times when we think about networking, we think about people that have their own business owners, entrepreneurs, but networking is for people that are job searching as well. So getting a business card, you know, when you talking to people, like when you having these informational interviews, leaving a business card and, you know, letting them know who you are, leaving your contact information. Business cards are not just for people that are business owners. You can have business cards even though you're job searching. When you're job searching and when you're connecting with networking and building these relationships, you want to keep a networking log. So everybody you're meeting with, say you are reaching out to people on Facebook, you're reaching out to people on LinkedIn, you can either even stop by a business, say just drop in and say, hey, I'm such and such, I'm looking to work for this company one day, and I just want to come by and drop off my resume. Drop off your resume and your cover letter, even if they are not hiring. Don't wait until the company starts hiring to express your interest in the job, because when they do start hiring, when they do start posting for those positions, if they post them, they're going to think about you. They're going to think about the way you express interest in their job. They're going to think about, oh, this person reached out to me. This person stopped by the office to drop off their resume and their cover letter. Even if they're not hiring, even if you don't see a non-hiring sign on the door, even if you don't see a job posting on Indeed or any of that, still reach out. That's what networking is about. Because when it all boils down, they are going to select those candidates that express interest in the job. And a lot of times they're going to select those candidates that somebody that's already in the company, that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. I know you know about a situation where somebody was hired because they knew somebody, they knew somebody, they knew somebody. So don't be afraid to share with people that you are looking for a job. Don't be afraid to share, you know, what your skills are, what it is that you're looking for, what type of company you want to work for, because that person may not be able to help you who you are talking to, but they may know somebody that can be able to connect you to the job that you want. So we can't be afraid to reach out to people. We can't be afraid to talk and network, because it is a lot of times the most effective way to get a job, because a lot of times those employers are just not posting those jobs, so you won't even know that they're hiring for that job if you didn't reach out to somebody to inquire about the job. So you want to be proactive on your end. You want to do everything that you can do on your end to make sure that you are putting yourself in a position to be able to get that job, at least to get the interview, if nothing else, because that's what your resume does. Your resume gets you the interview, you know, based on the information you have on there, based on your skills. If you the type of candidate that they may be looking for, you have those skills for the job, that will get you the interview. So I have another camera. I'm looking my Facebook Live camera here, but I have another camera that's going up here, so I might be looking back and forth. But yeah, that's some other resources. You want to have business cards. You want to have a networking log. Everybody you connect with as it relates to job search, you want to keep that information recorded. You want to have who you spoke to, when you spoke to them, you know, what y'all talked about. So you want to keep a record of that. So, you know, if you do get called for that job, you'll know exactly how you was connected to that job. When you're having those informational interviews, when you're connecting with people, you're reaching out to people, you want to ask questions. Ask as many questions as you need to ask to find out as much information you need about the job. You want to create you what they call an elevator pitch. And I know a lot of times when we think about an elevator pitch, we just thinking about that from a business person standpoint, from an entrepreneur standpoint. But even as a job seeker, you want to be able to sell yourself. You want to be able to go in there with confidence and share with them your skills, your talents, your abilities. What can you offer the company? What do you have of value to offer the company? So you want to create you a little elevator pitch, no more than 15, 20 seconds. For an example, I use me. My name is Cynthia, and I'm a career coach. I help people to identify and take action on their career goals. That's it. That's what I do as a career coach. I help people to identify and take action on their career and academic goals. So You want to be confident when you're introducing yourself. You want to be confident in what value you can offer to that company. So that's all it is building those relationships, making those connections. We can't just wait until we see the job is posted. We can't just wait until we see the now hiring sign, because you may not stand a chance that way. And again, nothing is wrong with that. That's still an effective job search tool. But you want to put yourself out there. You want to be making those connections. You want to be reaching out to people. Don't be afraid to reach out, because when you see these people that's working on a job that they say they're going to work on, when they wrote the vision down and made it plain, guess what? They got that job because they were proactive. They knew somebody. They were making those connections. They were building those relationships. So that's what we want to do. We want to get ahead of the game when we're networking, and not just think of networking as a business event with business people and business cards. Even as a job seeker, you want to have your business cards with you. You want to do those things that business owners do, even as a job seeker, because eventually you may become a business owner. You may just start. When we talk about a career, we're not just talking about working on a job for somebody else. We're talking about a career that you're working in as your business. So we want to be one step ahead of the game, because this is 2021, and a lot has changed. And a lot of this information that I share about career coaching, that I share about career guidance, a lot of people just don't know. When you're doing your resume, you have to make sure that your skills, the information that's on your resume, is tailored to that job that you're applying for. You don't want to have skills on that resume that does not line up with the job that you're applying for. First and foremost, you want to make sure you are qualified and you are skilled for that job that you're applying for. So it's so much that goes into the job search process. And I just wanted to be here to share with you, this information, so it can help you. So it can help you level up in your career, because if you didn't know this information, then this was, you wasn't using it, and it may have been hindering you from getting a job. So with networking, we want to always reach out. We want to make those connections, build those relationships, ask those questions. Ask what it is that you want to know, because again, you may think this is the job that you want, and we want to do those self-assessments, because a lot of people working in jobs, they're in careers, and they just winging it. Like they have not done a full assessment, a self-assessment of who they are. And we have to know who we are as a person. Like, what are we interested in? What are our values? What are our gifts? What are our talents? A lot of times we're in jobs and we're not satisfied. We're not fulfilled in those jobs because we don't even know who we are as a person. So before we get into a career, we want to do that self-assessment. And I teach on creating a career plan. And the first step in creating that career plan is to do a self-assessment. Self-assessing yourself, because if we don't know who we are as a person, then it's going to be hard to navigate a career and be fulfilled in that career, and have a sense of satisfaction in that career. So yeah, when it comes to networking, we just want to make sure that we are ahead of the game and we are reaching out, having those conversations, building those relationships. Okay, so I hadn't got much of my lunch in. I've been talking again. I got to get used to eating on Facebook Live, but this is a lunchtime conversation. Love, lunch, and learn. So again, our topic for today is networking in job search. Our foundation scripture comes from Habakkuk 2:2, write the vision and make it plain. So I'm going to be wrapping up this Facebook Live for today. I love lunch and learn. Again, I'm your host, career coach Cynthia. If you need more information about career guidance, you can go to my website, allthingscynthiayoung.com/coaching. allthingcynthiayoung.com/coaching. And also I am currently working on a career success guide that will be available soon. So stay tuned for that. It's a career career success guide that's gonna share some information about career guidance and help you in your job search and help you create a career plan. And I also, Source Solutions Career Coaching has a YouTube channel, so you can go to the YouTube channel and look at more videos on career guidance. So I am going to wrap it up for our very first Love, Lunch, and Learn session. Today our topic was on networking and job search. So thank you for joining today, and I will see y'all in the next video.